Hey, cool gamer, how are you? Good to see you, cool gamer. Good to see you. Good to see you on this Tuesday, on this beautiful Tuesday. It's nice, it's quiet, it's beautiful out here. It's Tuesday. What y'all eating? Is it Taco Tuesday for you? Is it Taco Tuesday? Taco Salad Tuesday? What are you guys eating? Is that Masia? Hi, Masia. Let me know if I'm pronouncing that right. You're doing good today, cool gamer. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. I'm always hoping that everyone's doing well. Everyone's doing good. Everything is going the way you like for them to go. Things are just great. So yeah, that's good to hear. What you guys got up for this week? What is it? January 23rd? Is today the 23rd? Yeah, January 23rd. So for all of you guys who have these New Year's resolutions or these New Year's goals, are you sticking to them? Are you sticking to them? For all the gamers out there, what you guys got going on? Check out Cool Gamer. Check out Macia Games. I think I'm saying that right. I don't know. I hope they're still here so they can let me know. Check them out. Check them out. And let me know, y'all. There are a lot of companies sending out information for these gamers. So if you're into gaming, or if you would like to have like contracts, maybe you should get into gaming. Hey, Looney. What's up, bro? What's up, Looney Melodies? So if you're into gaming, or if you're into maybe I think wanting to make good money, maybe you should get into gaming because the people who are into gaming, they're like sending out all these different promotional offers, and you have to be safe. You have to know which ones are legit. Hey, April Showers. April says hello, everyone. You have to know who's legit and who's not. But if you're into gaming and you guys are, collaborating with some of the companies who are reaching out for collaborations, let the chat know which companies are better or which companies have been good for you. If you're into gaming, it seems like that's really where it's at. Looney says, hey, April. April speaking to everybody. If you're into gaming, if you're into cooking, uh, music, it seems like that's where the positive collaborations come. Those are the people who get the emails with the great offers. 'Cause I've been hearing people lately saying that they've been getting offers, and the offers have been good. And they've allowed different companies to place videos on their channels, and they say it's going pretty good, and the pay is good. The pay is good. So I think the good thing about it is you don't even have to be monetized. You don't have to be monetized to get into those contracts with people. So a lot of times people really aren't on here to be monetized. But hey, if you got good content, check your emails, and see if somebody's looking to collab with you. See if people are looking to collab with you because I don't really pay them a lot of attention. I haven't been. Uh, Not saying that negatively. I just don't do it because I I don't know. I don't look for that, I guess. Is what I'm saying. I don't really look for it because I never know who's legit and who's not. So that's why I just said today I talk about collaborations. There are a lot of companies who are reaching out. And I saw this in another area of YouTube that I like to visit. There are a lot of companies right now reaching out. And I don't know if it's because of the time of year or what the reason is, but they say that it's happening. And a lot of the companies are legit. But I'm like, I saw a listing of some, but how can you tell? How do you know? Because people don't like downloading stuff that they don't trust. Because people will send you a lot of crap, and a lot of stuff is full of viruses. It's full of viruses trying to attack your computer, trying to control your computer, and trying to get your information. So if anyone in this chat or if anyone comes across this replay, let us know in the comment section what companies you deal with or you've dealt with that are legitimate and which ones are not. Let us know which ones are not too. Yeah, Looney, it's like you get these emails and you could possibly, especially like your channel, you do music, you get a lot of email, people get a lot of emails, and some of these companies could be legit. So you don't want to miss out on a good opportunity. So if anyone comes across this live video, well, this live as we're live or the replay, let us know what companies you've worked with as far as your YouTube collaborations and partnerships. Which ones were legit? Which ones, paid well? Which ones didn't pay well? Which ones you would use again? All that stuff, all of that. And see, that's what people mean when they say there's money out here for everybody. There is money out here for everybody. So why people tear each other down for money, I don't know. But there's money out here for everybody. And I was in a chat the other day that proved that because everybody was talking about the emails that they get that they don't pay attention to. And some were talking about the emails that they've gotten and that they've had collaborations with people. So you don't always have to wait on the super chat or the cash app. You can join with somebody who wants to do a collaboration with you. Depending on your content, they'll send it. They'll send it. Some of them, I think some of them you can tell off the bat if they're just too good to be true. Because I used to get some. I got some from I would always get them from shampoo companies, and it would say Head and Shoulders. It would say what's another one? Uh, Head and Shoulders, Suave, and I think there was another one, but I know Head and Shoulders and Suave. And I just deleted it because I'm thinking they got enough money. Like, why are they sending people emails through YouTube? But then again, it could have been legit. It could have been legit. I just don't know. I just don't know. So that's why I asked that if you come across this live and you hear this, let us know in the comment section which companies you collaborated with. Looney, what you been up to? What you been up to? I saw you last night, didn't I? Yeah, we was over there with Nicole, chilling out with Nicole last night. Chilling with Nicole last night. I think Nicole was live for almost 3 hours. I took a nap. I took a nap and came back and she was still live. Took a nap, came back and she was still live. But y'all know how Nicole is. She tells us she's a rambler. And she always has some conversation. She always had a good conversation. She always got something to talk about. She's always going, going, going. I'm glad she's going live more often again. I'm really glad she's going live more often. Just got off work. Okay, okay. Just got off work. Don't it feel good to get off work? Doesn't it feel good to get off work? I just got done exercising. I'm cooling down. and I'm ready to I ate lunch. It was a light lunch. So maybe that's why I'm feeling a little bit hungry. I'm feeling a little bit hungry. But I've been watching people who have been going like to different countries. Hello, different countries, and they've been enjoying themselves, y'all. They've been enjoying themselves. I love to watch videos like that. I love to watch people, get out of the country, enjoy themselves, vacation. And sometimes they're just going, to not really so much. Well, I guess it's a vacation, but they're mostly going to like to just to be adventurous. To be adventurous, to do something different. I'm sorry, y'all. Hold on a second. This motorcycle is like crazy loud. Okay, he's loud, but he's slow. I never seen somebody ride a motorcycle that slow. That slowly. He is riding slowly. It feels good outside. Hey, Sonya. Sonya says, hey, Lines Pride in chat. Luna says it feels good outside today. I think last week almost everybody was getting rain, sleet, or snow. And this week, a lot of people are saying that it's cooling down. I mean, not cooling down, it's warming up a little bit. It's warming up a little bit. So, yeah, so a lot of people, the weather is bipolar. The weather is being bipolar. Sonya says it's 51 degrees outside. Nice. See? Looney says, hey, Sonya, good evening. Yes, y'all, the weather is it's being a bit bipolar, but this nice weather it feels really good. Again, I think everybody had some rain, sleet, snow, or sleet and snow, and it was cold. For the past couple of days, most people have been telling me that their areas are nice, kind of cool with rain, but not freezing rain, not freezing rain. Looney says it's 63. Wow. I know that feels good. I know that feels good. You got to get out and take advantage of that, Looney. You got to get out and take advantage of that. Hey, Jill. Jill says, hey, Lance Pride in chat. Hey, Jill, how are you? How are you? How are you? How are you? I hope that you're feeling better. Sonya says, hey, Jill. So, what y'all got? What y'all? Okay, like I said earlier, I don't know if everybody was here when I said it, but it's January 23rd, right? So, being January 23rd, we're over half the month. We're halfway in. We're over halfway in. First month of the year. For everybody that was talking about goals and resolutions, or just doing better in some areas, how are you guys doing? Like, how are you doing? Did you did you set any New Year's goals, any New Year's resolutions, or did you just decide that you were gonna do better in some areas? If so, how's it going so far? How's it going so far? Are you still stagnant? Are you still kind of like you were? Are you still doing the same things that you said you wouldn't do? Is it a slow process? Maybe you're doing some of the same things, but you're not doing them as much. And that can be anything, y'all. It can be smoking, it can be drinking, it can be gambling, it can be shopping, it could be spending more time with your family, it could be spending more time with friends, it can be spending more time with your significant other, it could be doing better at work, it could be a lot of things. So, of all the things that you that you want to do better at or want to be better at, do better in so far. And you said that this is 2024 because at the beginning of the year, well, at the end of the year and at the beginning of the year, we heard so many people saying 2024, they weren't going to do this, they weren't going to do that. And I'm gonna be frank with you. I'm gonna be honest. Some of them doing, I see some of the negative stuff, they're doing worse. They're doing worse. Sonya said, I did an hour on my bike this morning. Sonya says, I'm getting there, hun, trying to get rid of this cough. Okay, that's good, Jill. That's good. Hopefully it continues to improve. Looney speaking to Jill. Jill speaking back. Sonya says, laugh out loud, just another year for me. Happy birthday, Looney. Happy birthday, Looney. Looney says, my birthday was 2 days ago. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Sonya says, happy belated birthday. What did you do, Looney? How did you celebrate? Looney, do you celebrate your birthday? Like, do you go all out? Or are you one of those people who you just relax and chill? Maybe take a day off work? How did you celebrate, Looney? What's your cash app, Looney? Y'all bless Looney for his birthday if you would like. No pressure, no stress. Just a kind gesture. If you would like, put your cash app in there. Relax at home. Okay, okay. I always do that. I think I started doing it last year and I forgot. I forgot to keep it up. If your birthday is in January, happy birthday to you. What is January? Capricorn and what else? I can never remember the ones at the beginning of the year. I remember Capricorn because my friends, I have a couple of friends who are Capricorn. So if you have a January birthday, drop it in the cash out. Drop it in the cash. I mean, drop that cash up down there. Y'all, a dollar go a long way. A dollar from five people, that's a $5 meal. Y'all, do they still? It's Aquarius? Okay, okay. So you're right at the beginning. You're right at the beginning, Looney. Today's the 23rd. Your birthday was the 21st. Were you January 21st? Because I know sometimes it switches like the 21st and the 22nd. So are you Capricorn or did you fall right there at the beginning of Aquarius? Watch TV with the kids. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's how I like to celebrate. I mean, it's good. It's okay to go out and party, especially at those big birthdays, like from the time you're born to like what, that 5-year-old birthday where you're like, you've been here half a decade. Your parents go all out. That 10th year, sweet 16, 18th birthday, 21st birthday. And after that, 30, 40, 50, you're blessed to see every year. You're blessed to see every year that you see. But there are some that people celebrate a little bit more or they do it a little bit bigger. Beginning of Aquarius. Okay, I got you. Y'all see that cash app? Y'all see that cash app? And if you come across this live replay and you're a Capricorn, drop your cash app in the comment section. And maybe somebody will feel kind enough to send you a couple of dollars. It doesn't have to be much. Again, if 5 people send you $2, that's $10. Gas is down a little bit. Gas is down a little bit. Get you a lunch. $10 went a long way a while ago, but things are so expensive. Things are up so much. I had to mute for a second, y'all. They be having all that music on. So Looney is the beginning of Aquarius. I'm gonna put that cash out back up there again. If you come across this live replay, y'all, y'all bless Looney's cash out. Because Looney is cool. Looney does music for people, intros, And he doesn't charge you an arm and a leg. He doesn't. He doesn't. I don't know what he charges now though, because he's gotta get paid what he's worth. He's got to get paid what he's worth. So y'all bless his cash out. Bless his cash out. If you don't mind, I'm gonna leave it up there for a few more minutes. It's in the comment section. And if you catch the live replay and you know that Looney has done some work for you, his birthday was a couple of days ago. January 21st, happy belated birthday. Happy birthday. He chilled with the kids. Look at him being a good dad. Glad to hear that Jill is feeling better. So glad to hear that Jill is feeling better. You're welcome, Looney. You're welcome. Shoot. I mean, everything is expensive, but hey, you get 10 to 15 people to drop you $1. That's lunch tomorrow. That's lunch tomorrow. And people don't have to feel like they broke the bank. They don't have to feel like they broke the bank. Yes, y'all check him out. Check Looney out. Check him out. I was gonna try and start modding people on certain lives so that you guys can drop your own links. Because when I'm on my phone and I'm walking, I don't have my other device with me. So I have to wait until the end. And a lot of times I forget. I forget to share each other out, but I do tell y'all to support, to show love and appreciation. And I go over on my community tab every so often and I shout people out. Because we all need to support each other. We all need to support each other. So no matter what your goal is on here, if your goal is money, just know you don't have to rip each other apart for money. You don't, because that money don't last long anyway. Money don't last long. If you're not filthy rich, you're not wealthy, and you're out here trying to make it. Yes, can we all be sensible about some things? Yeah, and put some money here, put some money there, invest a little bit. Yeah, we can. But if you're not filthy rich and you're not wealthy, money is the root of all evil, is what they say, right? But I think sometimes it's the people. I think oftentimes it's the people. It's the people that are the root of evil. People are the root of evil. People are the root of evil. So y'all know how that goes. You know how that goes. So yes, in this world, we need money. That's just how it is. If you got credit, it's basically still a form of money. So whatever it is, if you've got stock, if you've got investments, it all boils down to money. You know, seems like they're getting away from the green leaves. Seems like they're getting away from the green leaves, but it all boils down to money. And honestly, I actually hope they never get away from money because there are still some people in this world, and they're not all old people or older people. You know, they don't like using credit. They don't like using all these other different forms of payment and things like that. They like using cash. They like being able to go into Walmart or to go pay the water bill, the power bill, the gas bill, and they like to use money. And believe it or not, some people still like to get their receipt. I encounter so many like transactions when I'm in the store. I encounter so many people who they'll grab your receipt off of the register and throw it in the garbage. And I'm like, I make them go into the garbage and get it. I make them go into the garbage and get it. And I'm telling y'all better stop letting these people keep your receipts. Because you let them keep your receipt. Because receipts are out. Receipts aren't cool or whatever, right? You let them keep your receipt. And as soon as you have an issue and you go back and you don't have your receipt, they looking at you like, I don't know what you're talking about. And you can pull it up on your bank statement all day long. If your bank statement doesn't go into the great detail of showing every single item that you purchased, If your bank statement says Walmart, whatever, you're still not saying that you bought that outfit from Walmart. You're not saying that you bought that grocery item from Walmart. They're not telling you what it was on your receipt. So I'm old school. My great great grandparents, my great grandparents, my parents, my grandparents, my aunties, my uncles, they all about receipts. And they don't throw those receipts away until whatever it is has been eaten a little bit, and they don't throw it away like immediately. Like if I go to a restaurant right now, I'm not going to throw that receipt away immediately. If I eat, I'm going to keep it for a couple of days. So whatever I purchase, I don't just throw my receipts away. And especially when you make big ticket purchases, those big ticket purchases, don't throw your receipt away, and don't let them keep your receipt. If it was all gravy like that and they didn't need to give you your receipt, guess what? They wouldn't have the receipt roll. They wouldn't have the receipt roll. They wouldn't steal. These stores are they don't they well, they know we aren't dumb, but and it's not so much that they think that they're smart, but they know that so many people choose not to take their receipts now. And so if you choose not to take your receipt and you go back in there, yeah, you may be able to get a store credit. You may not want a store credit. You may not want anything after that. So all you can get is a store credit. And what do you do with that? Like, especially if you don't want it. So you may not be able to get a store credit. Or if you do kind of, visit the place a lot, you get a credit, but sometimes people just hang on to credits and they never get used, right? So that ends up being money that you didn't use that you kind of just gave to them. So hang on to your receipts, especially with your big ticket items. Hang on to those receipts for as long as you can. You know, hang on to those for as long as you can. Sonya says, "Oh wow, lucky! I always get my receipts." Yeah, and the cashier usually asks me, "Do I want my receipt?" Right? They're asking because if you don't get it and then you have to come back, guess what? You don't have proof that you purchased that item from them. Walmart can say you bought it from Target, even though Target may not sell that particular item or that particular brand. Target can say you got it from Walmart. Macy's can say you got it from um, Buckle or whoever. They don't have to. They really don't have to honor anything if you don't have a receipt and you have an issue. So stop letting these people keep y'all's receipts. And if they grab it and don't even ask you and they throw it in the garbage, guess what? Send them on a fishing expedition into the garbage can. Send them shopping into the garbage can because nobody told them to throw your receipt in the trash. Nobody told them to throw your receipt in the trash. Yeah, it is January. And I just like to you know, I try to enjoy the weather regardless of how it is. You know, make the best out of it. If it's raining, if it's snowing, if it's sunny. Because guess what? If it's too hot and if it's too cold, stay inside. I can stay inside. Yes, a lot of them will do that, Sonya. Like Walgreens, Sonya says Walgreens email you your receipt. Yep. A lot of them will do that. A lot of them even give you the option like on the screen when you pay. It's like, do you want to print this receipt, text this receipt, email this receipt, print, text, and email? They give you all those options. And I still always select print with it. If I choose one only, it's gonna be print. But if I choose the rest of them, I'm still gonna say print and text or print and whatever. Because you know how mad I get when I lose a receipt that I did print. So imagine me checking my email and the TV that I just bought from Best Buy is cutting up, acting up, like 2 weeks in. And I can't find my receipt. I don't see the email. See, I don't know, I got qualms about the emails. I know a lot of them do email your receipt because a lot of vendors that They don't even ask me if they have my email in the system. They'll email the receipt, but I'm not good with email. Like people say send me email, and I'm like, I don't do emails. Just call me. Like call me, call me, talk to me when you see me. I just don't do email. I don't do good with emails. I don't. Black Money Corporation, a Black Money Corp. What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome into the live. Black Money. That sounds good. That sounds good. Black Money. Everybody loves to be in the black, right? That's the goal. That's the goal, to be in the black. Welcome, Black Money. Sonya says hello. But Sonya, if I'm just thinking like, okay, if I just say text it to me or email it to me and I don't get it, I'm mad. I'm furious with myself because I know I always want to have it in hand. I always want to have it in hand. So if I hit that, you know how sometimes you're putting your bags in up and all this stuff, and you look around and you tap something by mistake. When I tap that by mistake, where it's just email only, I'm furious. I'll even go over there and be like, hey, look, come here. I'll go to the customer service and say, hey, can you fix this? Can you give me my receipt because I hit this by mistake? I just have to have it in hand. That being said, I mean, there have been times where I didn't because I just was like in a hurry on my way to work, on my way to an event or something, and I just grabbed it. And then there are some things like very, very small things, minute things that you don't need a receipt. I don't need a receipt. But yeah, if I choose the email or text option, I'm hitting the one that goes along with print as well. What's up, Brilliant? Hey, 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 sis, welcome into the live. Black Money Court, welcome into the live. I haven't seen you here before, but we're glad to have you. We appreciate you coming through, saying hello. Brilliant, a brilliant, blessed mess. I call her Brilliant. Thank you for coming in, Brilliant. Brilliant, we're talking about these New Year's resolutions that we made, these goals that we set. How are we going? How's it doing? Sonya says it's just another year. So I want to know how's it going with the rest of y'all? Have you guys stuck? This is January 23rd. Are you sticking to your New Year's goals? Are you sticking to your New Year's resolutions? Hey, Six Bows, welcome, welcome, welcome. Are you sticking to your New Year's resolutions? And for those who don't make resolutions and those who don't set New Year's goals, I'm sure at some point you say to yourself, well, I don't set resolutions, but I do plan to do better. I do plan to stop doing so much of this, that, and the third. So how is it going for you? We're still January. We're just 1 month into the year, 23 days in. How are your goals going? How are your resolutions going? How are your do-betters going? Like, I'm going to do better. I'm going to cut down on smoking. I'm going to cut down on gambling. I'm going to cut down on drinking. I'm going to cut down on going out so much, partying so much. I'm going to cut down on slacking off at work. I'm going to go to work and participate more. I'm going to spend more time with my family. How is it going with your do better? So, because a lot of people don't have goals, they just want to do better. So, how's it going with your do betters? Six Bowls, Six Bowls, Six Bowls. Y'all, please go over there and check out Six Bowls. She has great content. She's not scared of the camera at all. She interacts with her audience. And I just love Six Bowls over there. I don't catch her all the time, but I catch her a lot of the times. A lot of the times I catch her replay, and she's real and she's authentic. So please go over there and check out Six Bowls is back. Please check out Black Money Corp. I'm sure with a name like that, he has a channel. Or she has a channel. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Six Bowls says, what's up, Lines Pride in chat? Brilliant speaking to everybody. Everybody's speaking. See, that's what I'm talking about. Y'all come over here and speak. Be cordial. Be polite with each other. Interact with each other. Support each other. I just got done talking about ways to make money on here. It doesn't always have to be through your monetization. It can be through collaborations. It can be through collaborations with all these different companies. And I was talking to mostly the gamers at first because I've gotten so many collaboration proposals from gaming companies. It's so many, y'all. I just don't deal with it because I don't know who's legit. I don't know who's legit, and I really don't have time to figure out which ones are legit because you have to be careful when you're opening up emails. You have to be careful with the file types that you need to open them up and all that stuff. And see, with me, I think the reason I've gotten so many, like, it's because they go back so far. Like they go back a long way, y'all. Because I don't do my emails. I don't check my emails a lot. I don't check my emails a lot. Jill says, that's cool, brilliant. What you got going on, brilliant? Thank you, brilliant. I appreciate that. Black Money and Six Balls, brilliant. Just subbed up to you guys. I appreciate that. Thank you, brilliant. Did a vision board this year. It's going good. Working on my finances and credit to buy. Okay, to buy a house by the end of 2025. So far, so good. That's great, brilliant. That's great. So that's what I'm saying. A lot of times you don't really have to do a New Year's resolution or even set a goal. Just set some do betters. Do better at saving money. Do better at eating better. Because we all say we're going to try and eat better. And sometimes we do well, sometimes we don't. Sometimes we do well and we slack off. We're entitled to slack off sometimes. We're entitled. But get back on track. Get back on track. Subbed up to Looney as well. Okay. So, brilliant. I thought you and Looney were already. I thought you would have already been subbed up to Looney, but since you weren't and you did, I appreciate it. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you so much. I don't know if Looney is still in here, but this is again, y'all. I said I was going to do this at some point. I think it was like maybe July or August. I was like, I was going to let people just drop their cash apps during their birthday month. So I'll go back up here and find Loonies. If you were born in the month of January, let us know. Let us know. You can give somebody $1, y'all. I'm telling you, $1 adds up. Nobody's begging. It's just their birthday. It's their birthday. I said this before. You never know. Some people have birthdays, and they say they don't make a big deal out of it. But I don't know anybody who doesn't enjoy someone telling them happy birthday. I don't know anyone who wouldn't enjoy to hear that cash app go off, to see that bell, that cash app say boop, 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 notification, notification. So if you come across this video and your birthday is in the month of January, please leave your cash app in the comment section. You never know who's in here who may know you. Just didn't know it's your birthday. See, we got to learn how to spread the love. Got to learn how to spread the love. It doesn't matter whose birthday it is. Bless them, bless them, bless them. Six Bowl says February 7th. February 7th. So is that Aquarius? Will that'll still be Aquarius, yes, because Aquarius just started. So we got two Aquariuses in the building. We got Looney, January Aquarius, and we got Six Balls. This is back. She's a February Aquarius. She's a February Aquarius. So y'all just remind me, remind me at the beginning of the month. It's the Lord's will. We see the beginning of the month. We all here. We're just going to celebrate everybody's birthday. Because you never know. Again, so many people don't get even wished a happy birthday on their birthday. So even if you can't send a cash app, just wish them a happy birthday. Use social media for something good. Use social media for something encouraging, motivational, be uplifting. A lot of people don't hear happy birthday. Their birthday comes, and for whatever reason, sometimes family and friends forget. Sometimes they don't interact with a lot of people. And they don't get to hear anyone tell them happy birthday, or nobody gets them a gift. And to me, it's not really about the gift. That's why I say cash out them $1. It's just the acknowledgement. It's just being being good to somebody, just saying it. Because I've heard adults who say nobody ever really wishes them a happy birthday. And when you hear an adult say that, it kind of makes you a little bit sad because that everybody has that as their special day. That's a special day for everyone. Every day that we're here is special. But I'm just saying your birthday is a special day for you. It's truly a special day for you. Brilliant says, yes, that's what I love most about your platform, sis. The positivity and connections. I pray become contagious on this app. I hope so. I hope so, Brilliant. I hope so. Six Ball says, I've never really celebrated my birthday. I am celebrating it this year. I took a vacation day. Come on, Six Balls. That's what I'm talking about. Celebrate your day. Celebrate your birthday. Even if it's just chilling out at home, reflecting on things, reflecting on what you have going on, what your girls have going on, what your mother, your father, even if it's just a day of reflection, and a day of pampering yourself, you know, you can do that at home. You can do that. You can go out to the nail salon, the hair salon. You can do, you do your own hair, but maybe on your birthday, you want somebody else to do it for you. It's just pamper yourself a little bit. It doesn't have to be a lot. It doesn't have to be expensive, but just pamper yourself a little bit and just, take your birthday as a day to look over the years and think about the things you've done, the, the places you've gone, the things you've seen and heard, and then think about the things you want to do. Think about the things you want to do. Think about the places you want to go. Think about the places you haven't seen but you do want to see. The things you haven't heard. Think about that. Just cherish yourself. Cherish yourself. Brian says, Looney, appreciate it. I was shocked. I wasn't subbed up to you previously. Not sure what happened. Yeah, sometimes it's just the app. Especially especially if you don't create content, or if sometimes I think they're just trying to make sure that you're legit. Because a lot of times a lot of content creators don't create content, but they come on every now and again, every once in a while. And so, you just don't get the notifications because they don't come on a lot. And sometimes we're just all subs, we're just subscribers who we like other subscribers and they don't really create content and we go subscribe to them. So I guess they just really want to make sure that everything is legit. But I've had not so many, but I had issues with a couple of people where we can't comment on each other's lives and stuff. And it's like, I don't even know what happened. To this day, there's still a couple where we can't even comment. And then it's funny because sometimes we can see each other's stuff, but we can't like it or heart it or, stuff like that. So I don't know. They say that there are ways around it. Sometimes for some reason, maybe you may have put too many emojis in the chat and maybe they, shadow banned you from that person's channel or something like that. It could have just been laughing emojis. And so people do that every day. So I really don't understand why they would do that because people do that every day. But I don't know. It's crazy. It's crazy. Luna says, Brian, I believe we were subbed on my last page. Oh, okay, that's probably what it is. Yes, Six Bowls, try to do that. Try to just, pamper yourself. Even if you stay home all day, stay home and eat whatever it is that you want to eat. Even if you're supposed to be eating better or doing good, just splurge on your birthday. Splurge on your birthday. You know, let the kids do whatever. Look, they'll enjoy it too. Just let the kids do whatever. As long as they aren't hurting each other, let them do whatever. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about what they're doing. If they want to sit up and eat cereal all day, let them do it. Let them do it. Just try to chill. Just try to relax. Try to take some deep breaths in and out throughout the day. And again, think about the things that you've done, the things that you want to do. Think about some of the things that you regretted doing. Why you regret them, why you won't do them again, or why you would do them again and maybe do them differently. I just feel like your birthday is a day that you can do something like that. kind of like MLK Day. Um, it was created as a holiday, and then they started to say use it as a day of service. You know, last week we talked about that. Use it as a day of service. Go out and help someone else. You know, it doesn't have to be a big thing that you do for somebody, but you could go out and you see someone homeless, give them $5. You know, I know sometimes people are skeptical when it comes to the homeless because they say some people aren't truly homeless, that they're out there and they're really hustling. But guess what? You don't have to give them a bank. Just give them $5. And if they're not legit, that's on them. You did your part. That's on them. You did your part, and you'll be better for it. You'll receive better for it. You'll receive better for it. Had you confused, brilliant? Luna's channels. I see chat. I see chat. I see Sonya's here still. I only know she's always here, so I just speak. You not see Sonya? She said, I see chat. See Sonya here still. Brilliant. Are you saying that you can't see Sonya in the chat, but you see us talking to her? Sonya says, this year I plan on having my birthday celebration at my house. Only 8 coworkers I communicate with. Are those your new coworkers, Sonya? Are they your new coworkers, or are they people that you worked with before at your last job? Oh, you still can't see Sonya? Really? Sonya? Sonya can see. Can't you see Brilliant, Sonya? I think she should be able to see you because she's a mod. Um, Sonya sees you, Brilliant. I don't know why you can't see Sonya. Because even when, I don't know, even when there's a glitch or something's not right, I think as long as you're a mod, that person is a mod and you go into the chat, then I think you can see each other. Brilliant says, God sees the truth. Do your part, let God take care of the rest. Exactly. Exactly. So if they're not, if they're putting on and they're not homeless or they don't really need it, that's okay. That's okay. You did your part. You did your part. You'll be blessed with more. And you didn't have to do it. So you didn't have to do it. Just the sheer fact that you did it, you know, you'll be better off for it. Oh, you can never see Sonya? I don't know why. I didn't know that. I didn't see. I'm telling you. I remember one day you didn't see you didn't see me. I think it was for a few days. Or I didn't see you. I think I saw you and you didn't see me or something. I don't know. I think you thought you were blocked. But it's hard. It's hard sometimes figuring out what's going on because like I said, they can actually shadow ban you and you don't even know why. And not when I say shadow ban, I don't just mean like channel holders as far as content creators and people who do really do content. I mean like sometimes subs are too. I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And I think sometimes maybe it's something innocent because it was like that with me and Sonya for a while. And I just kept emailing and emailing. And I did use my email then because I was trying to figure out what was going on. I was trying to figure out what was going on. So I had to pay attention to my email for when they responded to me. The people that you worked with before, okay. Okay. People you worked with before. Okay. Okay. You see Sonya on the screen, but never in the chat. Okay. Brian says, then you got me. Brian is a mess. Brian, no, I did it. What? I was a little bit perturbed though. I was like, what is she talking about? Like, I told y'all I don't have my patients are short, but I'm trying to work on them. I'll try to work on them because even though I know they're short, sometimes some of your emotions are just not as controlled as you would like them to be. And I'm first to admit my patients are like snap, like I don't know if y'all hear that, but snap, snap. They're short. But I've worked on that. I've been working on that. I've been working on that. I've been working on that. At this age, I've been working on that. Working on trying to get my patients in a better place. I'm short tempered. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like I'm short tempered. That's why I feel like when you know and recognize your own flaws, there are certain things you just stay away from. Certain people you stay away from, you know, and you avoid it that way. Because if you know that you're not good at handling certain emotions, then the best thing to do is to stay from areas that will make you go into that, go into those emotions. And I'm telling you, sometimes it's best to sit on the sideline. It's best to sit on the sideline. But there are times when you can't help it because somebody just brings it to you. Like they just bring it to you. They just pick for no reason. Like they just pick for no reason. It's just crazy. It's crazy. Yes, it's well. Sometimes people just pick for no reason, and I know nobody's perfect. Some people may choose to believe they are, and there may be some people who are genuinely such good people that they're probably the closest to perfect that anybody could be. But at some point, we all have flaws or had flaws, and I'm short patience. I am. I just really don't have. I had to work on myself, like with family. If I say something like I want it done then, and then I had to say, well, hold up, did you say it loud enough? Why are you so quick to be angered? Why are you so quick to be put off? Not really angered, but perturbed or just like, why are they not paying me any attention? Sometimes a person's mind could be in left field and you walking in midfield. They don't see you. They not, and it's not intentional. Sometimes you just never know what people have on their minds or what they're going through. Everybody's not going to hear you because you're speaking. Everybody's not going to hear you because you're talking. And if they hear you, doesn't mean they're listening to you. So Bree says, yes, I was so hurt, that fell out. I was like, what? I enjoy my sis. And what the heck is happening? All good now, sis. Shaking my head. You weren't ugly to me, but I did get because I be trying, Bree. I be trying. Because I don't know. I'm just one of those people like, how sometimes have you ever heard people say they just don't have time for foolishness or no time for fakeness? And it's not really always fake, but it's just those sayings come to mind with me when I think about how fast I react sometimes. But as a person, I can say I have overreacted sometimes, or I have reacted too quickly sometimes. Y'all, we gotta be willing to acknowledge our flaws, but we have to be willing to acknowledge the things that we may not see as flaws, but they're flaws, because there's no other way to put it. If it's something that you need to work on, if it's something that you need to do better, then you need to make some adjustments. To me, they're flaws. I guess you could say not everything that you need to work on is a flaw, but it's an area that needs improvement. I'll put it that way. It doesn't necessarily have to be a flaw, but it can be an area that needs improvement. An area that needs improvement. We put it like that. And I think we all have some areas that need improvement or that we could improve on, that we can improve on. For real, I don't do ugly, disrespectful, or bullying, or just plain foolishness. I get away. Yes, fast, 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 fast. That's just like on here or anywhere you go, any app you're on. It's okay to watch what you want to watch. Because, like I always say, we like a little comedy, we like a little drama, we like a little mess. But the thing about all of that is that there's always a line that some people always seem to cross, even with comedy. If you're being funny or being comedic, I mean, that's all good. That's okay. But sometimes you don't always need to be funny or comedic at somebody else's expense because some people they don't relate to comedy well. Some people don't relate to comedy well. That's why when you go to a comedy show, don't sit on the first row. Don't sit at the first couple of tables near the stage. Those tables should be reserved for guests and for people who can really, really take a joke, who can really, really take a lot of jokes. Because comedians don't know and comedians don't care. When they see you at the show, they're thinking, okay, they love comedy. They don't mind being roasted a little bit. You shouldn't assume that. And even a comedian should know when to stop. There are lines. So that's why I say, even with comedy, you have to know that there are lines. Don't cross the line. If someone is sitting at the front row, in the front row, or they aren't sitting at the table at the front, the tables at the front. They could be with their husband, their wife, their friends, their coworkers. So they may not really be into comedy, but they're just into having a night of fun. So they go out. So when you make that one joke and you happen to crack that joke and that on that person and that person doesn't smile, you need to have, and I know comedians may say she doesn't know what she's talking about, but I'm just going to tell you, just because somebody's sitting on the front row doesn't really mean that they're into comedy. They may be with a date, they may be with friends, family, somebody else is, and they're just out to have a good time. So when you make that joke and you roast that person that you don't know, don't assume that they're into comedy like that. And they can take a joke, which usually turns into a few. If you make that one joke and you don't see a smile come across their face, and you don't see anything saying, showing any signs that they're happy, you need to make that exit joke. Exit your way on off of them, on to somebody else who may be cool with it. You need to make that exit joke. An exit joke is the easiest joke you can make. An exit joke, as relates to a person, not you exiting the stage and your show being over. An exit joke is when you make that joke and that person looks like they want to throw hands. Your next joke should be your exit joke. It could be something like, you're a comedian, right? You know that people like comedy. You can say, I'm gonna leave him alone, get my ass over here. And just go on, keep on with your show. It doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to be hard. When you see that look on their face, just say, they aren't here, they didn't come to be roasted. So I'm gonna take my little ass right on over here and I'm gonna joke with somebody else. Or I'm gonna roast on somebody else, somebody else who has a big smile on their face. Sonya says, that's me. I want things done as soon as I ask and working on it. A Leo thing for sure. It definitely is, Sonya. It's like I want it done when I say, how I say, and I don't think it should be a lot of questions asked, but I feel like that's selfish of me. That's selfish of me. Selfish in a bad way. And I didn't even think about it at first. It takes time. It takes relationships. It takes people saying certain things to you a lot of times for you to realize, at first you may not want to accept it, or at first you may truly don't accept it because you don't think that that's how you are. But then you have to start to try and do self-evaluations and be like, well, yeah, I am. And some people do admit it. They know that that's how they are. And so they have to, figure out ways to change, because you can really hurt relationships being like that. You can really hurt relationships being that way. Brian says, yes, that's when I excuse myself quickly. I know, Brilliant. I know. I know. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to realize that if you're cracking on somebody, you're making jokes and they're not smiling at all, they're really looking a bit agitated. As a comedian, you should move on to the next. Move on to the next. Brian says, but comedians do be hilarious though, but sometimes it do be hurtful to people, but they shouldn't be sitting in the front row. That's true, but I feel like we're all adults, and even if you're a comedian, I don't give you a pass. If a person is looking at you in a such a way, because like I said, it could be a wife that really wants to go out. She really loves this comedian. So, and the husband really does not want to go. Picture that. Picture the ruckus in that. Picture how rough that's going to be going home. Really didn't want to go, but he's willing to go, be with you, be okay, be satisfied. But then he's the one who really didn't want to go anyway, but was going with family, going with friends just to have a good time, say, well, hey, I can enjoy the drinks and food. And then the comedian picks you and you give him that look like, bro, I'm not the one heckling you, or I'm not the one. He should be man enough or woman enough to move on, because they're on the front row, but they paid. And their thinking is they didn't pay to get roasted. They didn't pay to get roasted. But the way I look at it is like, I'm not really going to sit on that front row or at the, one of those first few tables, because that's just me. But I do understand another person saying, hey, my sister likes him, likes her. We're together. I'm sitting here. I'm enjoying the show. I'm not heckling you. So say a joke or two, then leave me alone. Because sometimes some comedians do go in for whatever reason. They can, comedians pride themselves on being able to roast. So they can look at one person who may think they're, looking nice, and they may be looking nice. And that comedian can go head to toe, and some of them don't know when to stop. Some of them don't know when to stop. So I could understand. I can understand both sides. I don't sit on the front row unless I know them, or at the first table or two unless I know them. If I don't know them, nah. I try not to anyway. It just depends on, like I said, who you're with, who bought the tickets, and all that kind of stuff. Yes, that's a rough ride home. He didn't even want to go with you in the first place, or she didn't want to go with you in the first place. And then the comedian had, and that's just the way things go. Wouldn't you have it that that would be the way that it goes? So you got the wife or the husband, whichever one wanted to go. They get into the car and they're like sinking down in the seat. And you got the wife, if she was the one that got ticked off, or the husband, if he was the one, and they're looking like, I didn't want to come to this anyway. They're looking like, I didn't want to come to this anyway. And you got me here. And he making these kind of jokes, cracking these jokes. Sonya says, Live Pride, you are good. I don't see how you walk and be talking. When I work out, I have to listen to music and headphones for sure. Sonya, yes. And see, and I'm walking slow. I'm walking slow now, but when I'm going, when I'm in my entree mode, I still try to talk then too, but just not as much. Because, if you can talk, you're doing good. If you can talk, you're doing good. But at the same time, I like to just kind of have that me time too. So that's why I never do my main workout on here, because that's just my time to just kind of relate, relax, resolve, regroup, refocus, and in a way unwind. In a way unwind. She said, and reading comments. Walking, walking, talking, and reading comments. That's why I like it like this, because it's not so many people, and the comments aren't running so fast. You can like you can just walk, talk, and read. Sonya says, same here. I can't do foolishness. Right, right, right. Mm-mm, mm-mm. I just feel like whatever it is, I just feel like a comedian, that's his job. So he is going to be funny. He is going to target you, especially if he sees you. And you don't have to be on the front row now. You don't have to be on the front row. You could be in the middle of the audience. And that's the worst. You could be in the middle of the audience, and that joker will see you. He'll pick out something that he sees about you. But yeah, whatever, again, whatever your do better is, y'all continue to work on it, work on those things. If you have resolutions, continue to focus on your resolutions. Continue to strive to reach those resolutions, those goals, and just do better. Like I said, it may not be a resolution, it may not be a goal. You may just want to do better. So don't let anybody stop you. Don't let bothered people bother you. Don't leave this app or any place with more stress than you went in with. Apps are meant to be fun. They're meant to be fun, informative, and educational. Sometimes we see some sad stories on here, but those are educational stories. Like, I saw a football player on here today that talked about his abuse as a child, and how his father, really did mistreat his mother. And for some reason, the mother and father split up, right? And so after the mother and father split up, the mother who he physically abused, verbally abused, emotionally abused, after they split up, some kind of way, like 2 years later, the kids ended up with that dad. Well, the dad was abusive with them, just like he was with the mother. Sometimes, like he said, his dad would come home if someone had made him mad at home. I mean, out in the streets or at work, or maybe even during the time that he was with his mother. If his mother had made him mad, he was taking it out on them. And he said he just couldn't understand it. But I think he's found resolution with it. He's moved on. He's talked to his dad about it. And his dad is like, he did the best he could do. So he talked about the abuse and the types of objects that were used when he was getting whoopings and beatings and stuff like that. And y'all, sometimes we think just a hard old fashioned whooping with a switch or a belt is something, but we just never know what other people go through. This man said that his dad worked at a company that wore, and he wore steel toed boots. He said he would take that. He went through all of this just to whip somebody. I was thinking at that point, I would love to get a whipping with a belt or a switch instead of this. His dad would pull the steel out of his shoes, put it in a sock, and lash him across his butt, his legs, his back. He said it would be so bad he couldn't sit down. Not just one day it happened. Sometimes a person gets out, loses control, and it happens, and they don't let it happen again. No, his dad did this. This was his form of punishment a lot of times. He said that he would put rice on the floor and make them get on their knees with the rice on the floor. So that's not bad for someone with just bad knees. That's bad for kids as well. They're little tiny sensitive knees. So he would do that kind of stuff. So he talked to his dad about it. His dad had said that it was the best he could do, you know, and I guess that was just his answer for it. He said that he now has a 6-year-old son himself, and he had to just deal with what his dad said. When his dad said that that was the best he could do, that was the only answer he had for him. But he made it his business to make sure that the best he could do was the total opposite for his son, you know. So that's a hard place to be in, to be disciplined that way. Then when you have your own kids, you want to do the complete opposite. And sometimes that'll lead you to not disciplining your kids at all, even when they need to be. So, people go through things. People go through things. People really do go through things, and it's not always physical. Sometimes the mental, believe it or not, can be worse, because when the physical is over, yes, you remember it all, and it's all in your mind. So it's mental. It's mental. It's mental. But sometimes the things that are said are so emotional. It all can be mental, it all can be emotional. And people say the physical isn't as bad because you heal. But even when you heal, you still know that it happened. Even if that bruise goes away, you still know that it happened. Sometimes there are scars that are left that don't heal. That mean they heal, but they don't go away. So they're still reminders. So I don't subscribe to the thing that the emotional and the verbal is worse. I do feel like the emotional and the verbal can set you up for failure if you allow it to, or if you don't get help with it, because you now believe that you're nothing. I do believe that. So if you mean it in that sense, yes, verbal, emotional, verbal is probably worse than physical in that sense. But think about the physical. People have scars, that those scars, like I put up memes and stuff all the time and pictures. Those scars are who made you what you are. So sometimes with the scars, you can take that and you can make yourself stronger. You can heal. When that scar has healed, or that area has healed and becomes a scar, yes, sometimes you have to get to a point where you're no longer embarrassed about it, because you didn't do it. You didn't create it. You didn't do it. You didn't create it. So you have to be stronger for it. The more scars people have, typically the stronger they are, physically and emotionally. Definitely emotionally. So to me, it's just they're basically equal. Some situations and some circumstances, one may be worse, but generally speaking, they're both bad to me. And a lot of us have been abusive towards people, maybe not your kids or your parents or your siblings, but a lot of us have been. It could be just one of those days when you just weren't feeling it and you just snapped at somebody. You never know what that somebody is already going through, and you just snapped at them. They could be already on the edge and you snapped at them. So that's why I always say, when you see people, you don't have to be all smiley, 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 but say hello. Say, how are you? Say something positive. Say something positive. Just say something positive. Y'all, this cat is hungry. Do y'all hear that cat whining and crying? He gotta be hungry. He ain't gonna find nothing over here, because y'all know I don't like the I don't like the little domesticated cat. I believe he's hungry. So thank you guys for joining me. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. Yes, y'all. He became, and that man, he had broken his neck playing football. And guess what? I forgot. I can't remember if it was his. C4 and C5, but he broke his neck, and he was able to play football. He was able to still play football. And so he played for a couple of minor leagues. Like he played in Canada. He played for a couple of these smaller football leagues, and then he was finally um, able to play with the New Orleans Saints. And the story is true. He showed his scars. You know, he showed himself with his teammates and things like that. And he said even when he made the Saints, his dad still didn't like he didn't get the great job, son. He didn't get that. He said, but what he did get when he was younger in middle school, his dad, the first time he saw his dad be really happy with him was when he was violent on the field. So that's sad. That's sad. He said that, you know, he was, and even then, that made his dad happy. When he saw his dad would always tell him, man up when he would get whippings. Don't cry, you're a boy. And so he would be like, I'm not a man, dad, I'm a boy. So, you know, that's what he would say to himself. He, of course, dare not say it to him. But he said that football became his outlet because his dad did happen to come to one game and he tackled someone, or it was like a hit, like a whoo kind of hit. And he said his dad was like reeled. He was like that was the happiest he had seen his dad. That was the only act that he did that made his dad that happy was when he was violent on the football field. And so then he got into the mindset, well, okay, if he's beating me at home or he's violent with me at home, I'm going to take it out on you guys. And we know football is a rough sport, but just think about somebody who has anger in them already. They're supposed to be tackling, they're supposed to be trying to win, but they have an extra anger that these players know nothing about, and he's taking it out on them. So, you know, it's mental, y'all. It's mental. He thought about suicide at the age of 7 or 8, but he heard the dad's car pull up. And so he put the gun up and ran back to the living room floor and got back on the floor because he was supposed to be on the floor with his knees in rice. So this is a grown man talking about the things that happened with him. And it's so strange to me and it's so unnerving to me that grown people don't understand that not only are kids bullied, but grown people are bullied as well. Grown people are bullied as well. But there's always an excuse to justify it. Those who commit the acts always find an excuse to justify it. So back to this young man who became a football player. You know, he went through being abused, having a broken neck, having watched his mother be abused by his father. You know, he became successful. He became successful. You know, he and his dad, they still communicate. Probably not the way he would like, but he said that it hurt him so bad to know that him hurting another kid is what made his dad happy. That made his dad happy. So, you know, abuse just takes a toll in all through all aspects. And abuse doesn't just come at the hands of those who live with you or who you date or who you marry or who parent you or from your children, from your siblings, from your family. It comes from people who don't even know you. It comes from people who don't even know you. It's wild. It's wild. Yeah, Sonya. Sonya said, poor cat. Sonya, I did feel bad for him. I did feel bad for him. He was just like, "Ah, ah." And I'm like, go on about your business because I can't feed you because if I feed you, you're going to come back. If I feed you, you're going to come back. See, I like lions and tigers and leopards and cougars, things that don't just walk around, walk up and down the street on a regular basis. Brilliant says, Miss Time walking with you, Lodge Pride. A treat. Thank you. Thank you, Brilliant. You guys have been a treat. I appreciate you for coming through. Sonya, Brilliant, Looney. Who else? Black Money Corp came through for the first time. For the first time they dropped down. So I was glad to have them in. Cool Gamer came. Y'all know Cool Gamer is always going to come. If I don't see Cool Gamer, I'm like, where's Cool Gamer? What's going on? What's up? Cool Gamer supports everybody. When I tell y'all Cool Gamer supports everybody, Six Bowls is back, came through. So y'all, please, all these people that I said, if you have not connected with them, Jill's Comfort Zone, please connect with them. Please watch their content, give it a try. And like I always say, who else? Masia Games came through. Masia Games. Like I always say, even if you don't like the content or if it's not really your niche, I won't say if you don't like it, but if it's not your niche, Still support. Still try and support positive content. Try and support fun content. Try and support. You can support the messy content, but just don't let yourself get engulfed into crossing lines. Don't let yourself get engulfed into crossing lines. Make sure that you know when enough is enough, even when others don't know. Because some people you just can't tell them anything. It is what it is. It's what they say, no matter how wrong it is morally. They don't care. Some people just don't care. Ethically, they don't care how wrong it is. They're going to do what they do. So you do you. And if you know, people know when something is wrong. We expect kids to know when they're doing something wrong. So why don't full seasoned grown adults know when they're doing wrong? They do. They do know. They do know. Brian says, sounds like my father. That's not okay. I am a way different parent because of it today. Right. It would have shattered his father should he have taken his should he have had he taken his life. I think that's what you're saying. His dad. Brilliant. My phone does me like that all the time. But I think what you're saying is that it would have shattered his father if he had taken his life and his dad found him like that. Glad it didn't. Yes, so many people were saying in the comments, like, glad that didn't happen. Like I said, he was like 7 or 8 years old. He said he didn't know what to do with it. It was heavy, it was big. He just knew where he kept it. And he went and he looked at it and he got it. And so that he was thinking about it at that age. He was thinking about it. And then he heard the car pull into the driveway. So he put it back hurriedly put it back, ran back into the living room where the rice was on the floor. He said that time he think his dad truly forgot he was even in there on that rice. And he said that there were times where his dad would forget that he would have them in a dark space, or those ways that he was punishing. Those were some of the ways that he used to punish them. And sometimes he would truly forget, or he thought that his dad truly forgot. And he probably did. He probably did. So he had been gone for a good portion of the day. He came back. And so he ran back in there, he said, and got back down on the rice. And so when his dad walked in, he said, get up. He told him he could get up. And he said that I think maybe from his dad's expression or something, or just the way he may have said, get up, he realized that his dad had honestly forgot that he was there. So you just never know what people have gone through from childhood to adulthood. And then you see these adults out here with the behavior that they have, and then not taking accountability for their behavior. Not taking accountability for their behavior is ridiculous. Sonya says, yep, they will come back. Sonya, what you talking about? If I feed that cat, he will come back. And he was just looking at me like cats, dogs, all animals sense fear. They sense fear. Or they sense when you don't, you may not be afraid, but you don't jive. They sense that. And those are the main ones that wanna come up on you. Those are the main ones that want to come up on you. They sense when you don't connect. And those are the main ones that want to come up on you. And I'm like, no, leave me alone. Like, I don't have any food. Because if I come in the house and I get some food and I walk all the way down the street and you follow me all the way down the street and I drop that food, guess what? When I come back home, you're going to follow me all the way back home. You're going to follow me all the way back home. So don't feed the stray animals. When you feed them, they will come back. Just like if you build it, they will come. If you feed them, they will come. If you feed them, they will come. They will. They'll come. They'll come and they'll harass you. They'll harass you when you come out of your house in the mornings to go to work. They'll be sitting there looking at you like an extra, like they're your child or something. They'll be sitting there looking at you with their head to the side, like, did y'all hear? Did y'all hear him? They'll sit there. They'll sit there and they'll wait for you. There was one time my sister started feeding that cat, y'all, and every time my sister would leave out of her house with the kids, hear that cat, here she comes, here she comes. And she would be all around my sister's legs and all near the car tires and just standing there looking up, looking, sniffing. And I would be like, why is that cat always coming at you like that? Like, why is that cat always around you? Because she had, y'all, of all people, my sister, I don't know why, but she had been bitten by one before. I think she stepped on his tail by accident. So, you can't do that. You please don't do that. and one maybe I think that happened like a couple of times maybe, and they had bitten her. So I was like, "Girl, it looks like cats. It looks like you wouldn't even. Are you feeding this cat? I don't feed him. She just likes me." And I'm like, "But you've been bitten twice." I know, but for some reason, this one just likes me. This one just likes me, y'all. That's what she would tell me all the time. So my mom was there one day, and she said, "I think she's feeding that cat." And I said, "She got to be doing something. She got to be." So she was putting the kids in the car. Wait a minute. No, she was coming back. She was getting out of the car, I think. No, no, no. She was putting the kids in the car, is what it was. And you know how kids are when you got toddlers or like five, two or three kids that are like 10 and under. So she's putting the kids in the car. And my niece threw something out of the car. It was like a piece of breakfast burger that they had that morning, y'all. And the cat was already there. So my niece threw the breakfast burger out, whatever was left in the wrapper. And my sister, so the cat, she was just nibbling or whatever. And so she was standing there and we were looking from inside. And then my sister had something and put it down just like it was just normal, y'all. Like it was just, that's what she was used to doing. So when she came up on the porch, my mom said, "You feed that cat, don't you? You feed." And she just bust out and started laughing. She just bust out and started laughing because she knows she had been feeding that cat. Yeah, she had been feeding that cat. Good evening. See you later, brilliant. I'll see you guys later. Thank you guys for coming through. Again, peace, positivity, and prosperity. Don't let bother people bother you. And don't leave this red app, blue app, white app, whatever app with more stress than you came on with. Try to come in and have some fun. Look at a little drama. Look at some stuff to make you laugh. And then take a break. And then take a break. Then take a break. Make sure you support your mind. Make sure you use your intellect and allow it to support your mind. Say that again. Make sure you use your own intellect and allow it to support your mind. They sure do, Sonya. They'll come back. They'll come back every time. Every time. And you gotta feed them. If you don't feed them, they're gonna sit there and keep whining and whining and whining. They're gonna keep whining and whining and whining over and over and over and over. So on that note, y'all, I'll see you guys on the next Let's Walk and Talk. Thank y'all for coming through. I appreciate you. I really, really do. Bye, y'all.